Good evening, everyone. This is Birdie and T Designs. I'm back, ready to move on to another project. This time, these projects will be for myself. So I'll throw it out there so there's no question later, or you won't be upset that you might like it and I won't let you have it. But I did mention this weekend I was going to be sewing. Well, that didn't happen. I took time to just enjoy my weekend since I worked really hard on New Year's Eve with my creations, and that's okay. Always a good thing to take time for yourself. But so what I am going to show you is what I'll be working on for my sewing, and I'll be using 3 separate types of fabric. The first fabric is really a really nice denim. It's dark, like a blue jean denim, not black. The camera might make it look black, but it's really a dark blue. So it's yeah, just denim. So I'll be working with that. Let's see here. And I found this other piece of fabric some years ago, and I loved it. It's really cool, right? And it looks more like a zebra, I guess, pattern, but it's, I guess, a cotton woven fabric. And this was actually a designer fabric, or is. So I definitely want to make sure I work really slowly with this and make sure I get everything sewn properly, because definitely I'm sure I paid some good money for it and I don't want to, mess up my investment. So I have a yard of this to work with. And the last piece that I've had for some time, actually, is what looks almost like a collage of graffiti. I'm not sure if you guys can see it any better, but it's really cool. And it's a piece of fabric I've held on to for years because I never wanted to cut it up and have just pieces here and a remnant of this here laying around. I just wanted to, when I put it in my mind, to use something to use it to make something with, I should say. I just wanted to use it in its entirety and then just be done with it. So my goal is, I was thinking of doing a poncho type wrap, but I'm gonna take it up a notch. And what I've decided to do is make a cape. So, gonna try it. And I'll make it look as best as I can. I'm sure it will come out beautiful though. And yeah, so that's, and the cape rather will incorporate these 3 fabric types. I think I have one more to use, which is more like another similar to my denim. It's almost like a canvas, but I just would like to, I always like unique stuff, whether it be my jewelry or my beading, jewelry, fabric, all of it. I just like to work with unique items. So I'll make sure that I share results with those as it's coming along. And I'm looking forward for this to be a positive experience. So, aside from that, what I'm also going to be working with, as far as my beading, is a few things. So I'll take my camera and I'll pull it down so you guys can actually see the beads I'm working with. Okay, so what I will, or was going to work with, was going to be this strand of quartz. It's more like a off-white, and it has a faceted cut. The faceted cut really means that it has like a diamond type appearance, especially when the light hits it. I was going to use that along with these strand of yellow agates. Now, I work again a lot with natural stones. Some projects I'll use just non-natural stone beads, but for the most part, I work, especially for items for myself, it's normally the natural stones. So I would have been using that. And then I also came across some time ago, everything is some time ago, I get it. But that's because I see things, I get it while I see it, so then it doesn't disappear on me. But if you can see it, it's this really cool owl. If you know, I'm into owls, hence Birdie and T Designs. But this owl is really cool because it's made out of shell. And it's got a few different hues of different shades um, in the shell. So one being the yellow, and I see, of course, besides the eyes, there are some other swirls of black and brown. So what I came across also, and I do like using these. I've used these a long time ago, but these are cultured pearls, and these have they're drilled with the large holes. So this would always be awesome when I was using them for bracelets with wire, where I wanted the wire in the bracelet to shape it. So, this will be a perfect complementary stone for the owl pendant. And then I also came across these freshwater. If you can see it here, they're freshwater pearls. They're very, very tiny, but it would definitely pull everything together once I make this. I'll still make it, but maybe not till later on this week. But anyway, I was just trying to figure out earlier what was the big difference between the culture pearls compared to the freshwater. So, of course, freshwater, I guess, simple as said, the oysters are apparently, they're living in the non-saline type water. So like our lakes and our ponds, things like that. So that was pretty much self-explanatory. But then I was like, well, what's a cultured pearl? So the cultured pearl, I found out, is where the oyster itself actually, I guess you should say, there's an intervention that takes place to create this type of pearl. So in the oyster, they will take, or I guess the farmer, they will take the some type of irritant, maybe like a seed or something that is placed inside the soft tissue of the oyster. So then once, I guess, it either maybe comes to maturity or however that's done, that process is done, voila, you get the cultured pearl. So this is shaped, or it's still a natural pearl, but there's an intervention that takes place for this to become what it is. As opposed to the freshwater pearl, it's just something that oyster, I guess, maybe just naturally has, because, I don't know, it's just the way it's done. I can't explain it any differently than that. Moving on. So what I'm really going to work on is something that's pink, 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 pink. And as most of you know, my favorite color is pink. So I actually found this really cool, and I only have 2 so far, but it's a stamping block. So what I do love is that I have my Hootie stamper here, and I'll be able to take my, it's not a charm, but more like a pendant, but I'll be able to take and put on all sides my owl. And this will give me inspiration personally to move forward with what I'm doing, so I can actually have my name on my jewelry. So that's pretty ultimate. And aside from that, I came across a small piece of sterling silver, 0.925, and I'm going to incorporate that with one of these pieces of jasper. I haven't decided which. I'm kind of leaning towards this one, but maybe for what I'm going to plan to do with it, it might be more practical to use the way this one's structured. Anyway, my goal would be to take my name, form it in the wire, and have my name attached to the stone. Really ahead of myself. I can do all things, though. I know this. And when I put my mind to it, so I'm going to think on that. Anyhow, I actually came across also, this is quartz. This beautiful faceted quartz, more like a hot pink. It looks almost like rainbowish like when the light hits it. Very beautiful. Now, tiger eye. I'm using tiger eye as well. Tiger eye, as I mentioned, like the jade comes in a variety of colors as well. The more I seem to work with a lot of these stones, the more I kind of push myself to learn about it and study it. So this is really cool. This is, they're both tiger eye, of course, in pink. Yay! And these are just your circular round beads. They appear to be about, I'd say, maybe about 8 or 10 inches in diameter. And this is the ones here. Has a different kind of almost faceted cut as well. So, well, I don't want to bore you. So I think you kind of see where I'm going with all of this, but I will just keep you guys posted as I go along. I'll take my time with these couple of projects. And yeah, thanks for watching Birdie and T Designs. And I look forward to sharing more videos with you all soon. So till the next time, bye for now.